Season 4 is on the horizon. It's less than a week away. So I figured why not go back through this season, look at what was added in terms of gameplay, cosmetics, and whatever else there was, and see what was good, bad, and disappointing. The season started at the beginning of June and focused on, well, nothing. The summer event happened, which I'll go over later, but it wasn't very good. Now on to the Battle Pass. And what's that? Oh, it was all leaked 2 weeks prior on 4chan. Oh, so yeah, the image that was leaked was 100% accurate. It showed Vader, Indiana Jones, the customizable skin Snap, Evie, Adira, and Stormfarer. It only did show two skins, which were Malik and Sabina. And those skins were not very good. But what was even worse was the emotes. They were bad. Like, really bad. There's blowing up, Lance Dance, it is finished, steady, Shuriken Spinner, and Imperial March. Only one of those emotes I listed was a dance, and it was just a lame Icon Series one. I will give one of the emotes credit, which was Army Guy, but it's not because it's good, it's just it's a unique doing something emote. Out of all the skins in the Battle Pass, I'm going to primarily focus on Snap, since he was a customizable skin like Chimera, Tunafish, Haven, etc. He had potential and didn't pay off. Started off with collecting tokens similar to Tunafish, but then it was solely tied to weeklies. Oh, and you know those first dozen customizable pieces? Well, that's it. Almost every single other one they added were just three colors. Yeah, he stinks. Let's move on. As usual, the Enlightened styles were bad, so I'm gonna move on. I will give them credit. This Victory Umbrella, the Battle Bloom, was one of the best they've ever made, in my opinion. Oh, I forgot something. Well, sort of two things, but it's mostly one thing. So remember the Tier 100? Yeah, Vader, that's cool, right? Well, no, not really at all, because his pickaxe, it's not his lightsaber, it's a pizza cutter. Remember that from the movies? Everybody made jokes about this, but really, it was ridiculous that they still aren't giving us lightsabers as actual cosmetics. Indiana Jones also suffers from this by not having his whip, but it was way less egregious, and at least they used something that makes sense, which was the Staff of Ra. But Vader's, oh man, it's bad. Moving on to map changes, and there weren't very many. There was Reality Falls, which at first I thought was really cool. There was Wave Cave and Shuffled Shrine, which was added because of Indiana Jones. And excluding them, removing areas or slightly changing them up or spray painting them or adding mushrooms or whatever else they did, they really didn't do anything else. They had this concept where the reality tree would change POIs, but it was such a massive downgrade from Season X. And this season, it basically did nothing. Oh, and Daily Bugle? Yeah, that's still here for some reason. Well, I guess it got replaced by Lazy Lagoon, but that was when there was 1 month left, so who cares? Onto the gameplay, we got quite a bit, but nothing really memorable. There was the grapple glove, but that was just a worse Spider-Man's mythic. There was Vader's lightsaber, but besides being able to throw it, it's just a lightsaber. And they added ice cream cones, but those were just redesigns of things like peppers, so nothing of note. There was the prime shotgun, which was pretty cool. If you have it fully loaded, it'll do more damage. But besides that, there wasn't really anything crazy. There was the two-shot shotgun, and they also added the DMR, which was cool, but I forgot about it quickly. Oh, and then there's the hammer assault rifle, which I don't like very much. They added the Ripsaw launcher, which from the trailers looked pretty neat, but it just became pointless, and there was no real reason to use it for combat. They added a new weapon, which was the firework flare gun. They added a new mechanic this season, and it might not be sliding or mantling or building or anything crazy like that. It was storm sickness. And when I tested this out when the season first came out, I swear it did nothing. I was in the storm for like 10 minutes and I still didn't get affected by it, so I don't really know the point of it. Probably the biggest addition gameplay wise was Reality Seeds. but they nerfed those into the ground really quickly. And besides claiming all of them right when the season started, they didn't add anything very fun. Now on to probably my favorite part of the season, which came completely out of left field because before it happened, I wasn't expecting anything great. Okay, well, I should reword that. I'm talking about the Dragon Ball collab, and I instantly didn't care because I figured it was just going to be item shop cosmetics, and I'm not dropping $40 on some skins. But they actually made this one of the best collabs they've ever done. They added in the Kamehameha, and they reworked the Witch's Broom to be a cloud, which doesn't sound like very much, but it really changed up the game. Harkened back to the Infinity War and Endgame collabs they did, where it actually added something new rather than just cosmetics. And speaking of cosmetics, they gave a bunch of free ones. None of them were very crazy, but compared to the way they handled the Naruto ones, these ones were way better.